Okay. So, hello everyone. I am Syuzanna from TerraCloud Armenia, and today I am going to talk about benefits of using Git in OpenVMS. And I'm going to, I don't know what happened, but it is not working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just next.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I will talk about the version control history, which I called linking the past to the future. After that, I will talk about CMS challenges. I know that CMS is great anytime, but we will talk about the challenges part. After that, I will speak for Git overall in general and why choose Git and how Git will close the gaps. I will show you some statistics regarding with Git repositories. After that, I prepared some demo. We will show it. And finally, we can summarize with coexistent with CMS and Git. So let's start from the history of version controls. Uh, uh, it's known that the first source control was developed in 1970s, and it's called SCCS, or just Source Code Control Systems, in 1970s. And it was only for Unix systems. As a type, it was centralized and just supported few basic commands. In that time, uh, was developed another great tool, which called CMS, Code Management Systems, in 1980s. It was a part of DECset, and it was just for OpenVMS. It allows multi-user support and was integrated with build tools like LSC, VDE, MMS, and so on. So, as we know, CMS around that time was pretty cool, and compared with other tools, it has much more features and easy to use. But let's let's look another way, and you can see that nowadays the time is twice, and the version controls develops has been developing, and let's talk about the CMS challenges. First of all, it is centralized model, and what it means. You and file-based system. It means that all your data is saved in the disk, and you couldn't have the copy of the repository in the other machines. It's just in one place. And the other point is that the steep learning curve. Uh, there are in VMS and in the worldwide, there are a lot of new generation who starting with VMS, and its steep learning curve is very hard. So for non-VMS people, just study CMS, it's really hard. And but from the other hand, the folks who using VMS from the 1980s, it's really easy. The other big gap right now is the lack of modern workflow integration, especially CI/CD tools, continuous integration, continuous development, and when we're using continuous integration and continuous development tools, you can avoid some bugs in before deployment, and you can have daily builds, you can have release builds, you can set up you can have your testing environment, and after every push, after every commit, the Jenkins or pipelines can just run your tests, and if something is failed, it says you have broken something, please fix it, and you can get some emails and just fix it. The other point is that there are no remote access to CMS from non-VMS device. For this point, I mean that CMS doesn't support multi-platform. So I can't just get the CMS repository from Windows or from Linux or even from the phone. So yeah, there are some challenges. And let's move on more a modern tool, which called Git. Git developed in 2005 by Linus Torvalds, and it was developed for Unix, and it designed to be fast, distributed, flexible, and that's it. But it was developed in 2005, and in 2024 it was ported to OpenVMS by TerraCloud Armenian developers, and it supports all commands which are in Git community, and you can just read the commands and just use it from OpenVMS. And clone, you can use all commands from there. I'm sorry?
It's full functionality.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. As you know, you can configure Git as a server, and you can use Git just a client, and yeah, it's a very flexible in this case. Yeah, and why Git? Because it's distributed, and what it means that each user can have their copy in their local any machine. For example, in Windows, in Linux, even in their phone, because nowadays even there are some phones which allows you to have to clone repository on there and use it, and it allows you to done some works there and parallel work with other people in the same repository, in the same source code. Yeah. It's flexible. It allows you to have branching and merging commands. Especially there are concepts for branching and merging. For every separate work, you can create your branch and work separately. And after you complete it, you can just merge to the main branch and continue with other tasks. Yeah, and it is secure. Yeah, it's really secure. There is two type of authentication right now: SSH and HTTPS. If you are setting your server, you can choose which one you want, but mainly all public repositories, two authentication supports: HTTP and Git, HTTPS and Git. And yeah, for closing the gaps of CMS, let's say that it has improved collaboration, as you can work separately, even offline, and after you get connection, you can just push. You can have your commits, not just one. You can have 5, 6, even 12 commits, and you decided that that is a time to push your change into the main repository, and you just push it. Yeah, I talked about it earlier, seamless branching and merging. There are commands for a branch and merge, and they have a lot of options for that. It allows you even auto merge with your local branch, and yeah, better version history. On your local repository, it serves all history, but it is you can decide save all history or just last two. There is option depth, and you can use it and keep history as you want, but it allows you to roll back by commit hash and choose that that code from that part of commit, or you can just use text and you can roll back by text and use the code. Yeah, it supports modern workflows. As I mentioned, CI/CD is easily CI/CD tools are integrated. It easily can integrate it with Git, and you can use it. Even you can try to integrate with Jenkins and use it. Yeah. And let's we have done some investigation regarding to count of Git repositories in worldwide, and we find out there is a lot of public repositories. For example, GitHub keeps about 28 million public repositories. Bitbucket has 10 million repositories, and GitLab 1.5 million public repositories. In the other ones, approximately 2 million repositories in the worldwide. So it means that if you like something in the public open source from the open source, you can just clone it to OpenVMS, adapt it for OpenVMS, and use it, port it. Yeah. That's the statistics. It's a demo time. Let's see our demo. Here we log into VMS, and you can see that it is the last version of Git, and we go to clone the Git from the community, the source code of Git, and it just cloned. And we're listing the directory, it's all. And you can see that the branch is the master. You can see that our developers just type git log, and you can put some option to visualize your log. And here, as the git is it contains about 100,000 files. It's more slower here. Yeah, and we check out to other branch. We can put our we can change anything here and push back if we need it. Yeah, it takes a time. Yeah, and you can see that it is already checked out. Yeah, and here we see that you can by Git status see what the modification is the any file edit or not. And yes, now we clone it from the private repository via Git via SSH authentication, and the same scenario here. When you use SSH, Git add with if the link starts with Git 8, it means that it is SSH. Yeah, our developer tries to put push commit, but he must add configuration for his email and for his name. And after that, after configuring it, he could easily push his change to the repository. Yeah, it takes long because right now it's the repository more huge, large, and that is why it takes long. So yeah, seems that's it. And I want to summarize with with the coexistence between Git with Git and CMS. So if you already use CMS, you can still keep using CMS, and just you can use the advantages of Git and create a repository with Git, fetch your codes from the CMS, use all advantages, merging, branching, and so on. After having done your work, you can just put back to CMS, and it will be fun. Yeah, seems that's it. Thank you. If you have any question, I'm happy. Yes, sure.
I think you said this was a full implementation of Git. There was a product called vGit that was available at one point, which was a subset, but this replaces that, does it?
Previously was developed the Git.
Yes.
But the Git wasn't based to Git community. It was the source code was other ones. Git is from Git community.
This is a full Git.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The Git I personally unpublished from the website. Right. Because it makes no sense.
I've used vGit, but this is obviously much better to have the full Git.
Yeah, it's support.
Excellent.
Yes, sure.
Does it understand the different VMS text file formats like variable and text and so on? Does everything have to be Streamlab?
Yeah, for now, it's just Streamlab, but we plan to support all formats as well, like VFC and so on. Yes. Yes, sure.
At the beginning of the presentation, you said that it's a Git, it's a VSI Git.
Yes.
So my question is, I have two questions related to that. What is the compatibility? So is the VSI Git fully compatible with Git? I mean, it has all the features and full compatibility?
Yes, it's ported from the Git community, and we keep all comments. And yeah, it's and easily maintainable from the Git community.
So now it comes to my question. So you are, how to say, supporting the open source community, and you are supporting that and embracing that we are using, because the Git is we are able to. Have you committed? Have you pushed back your changes to the Git community?
No, not yet. We are just getting the updates from the Git community, but not putting back yet.
Is there any reason why you are not pushing back the changes? Because the Git community is developing much faster than you do.
Yes.
So
sure.
And it means that if you push back, so you will see all your changes there,
yes.
And then it will be much easier to maintain the VSI version.
Yeah, there are plans to go to Git community and push our codes to the Git community, but for that we need there are some acceptance criteria, and we need to change some part, and after it we can push our sources to the Git community.
Thank you.
Can you also connect to Azure DevOps GitHub?
I'm sorry?
Can you showed you connect to GitHub?
GitHub, yeah.
But can you also connect to Azure DevOps?
DevOps?
Yeah, that's for my
Azure DevOps.
Azure DevOps.
Yeah, if it is fully compatible, I guess yes.
Yeah, if it is a Git repository, of course, yes.
Yes, it's Microsoft requirements.
Yeah, of course.
Hardware platforms do you run or support? For
Yeah, for now we support Integrity and x86. Yes, please.
How does it handle OpenVMS version system? Say if I have 10 different versions of the same file, and I try to make changes, does it take the last one, or how does it work?
Okay. So basically, Git is a version control, and you know that OpenVMS saves version like doing it, but by having some versions. Yeah. In Git we work as in Unix, so you need before commit purge your directory by yourself, and after that. Yeah, because we couldn't do purge from your side because you can clone to sysmanager to the root directory, and when it will be automatically you lose anything from your root, your version will be lost. So that is why it's manually. You know that you need to commit and you have many versions, but if you work with Git. You can just, for that project, keep only one version.
It sounds very complicated, to be honest. So, because it is not natural when you are working and programming in one directory, suddenly when everything works, compiler always take the last one, the linker always take the last one. So I would expect that it also take the last one. So when I'm happy with the code, so then let automatically, so it doesn't need to purge. I understand what is your problem because you are handling the directory structure as a Unix. So what is there, it will be going into. But I would guess that either you add a parameter or maybe it is automatically by default always takes the last version when it's commit.
Yeah, for adding or for commit, for desk commands, you can still have the versions, but there are stash, there are merge. He couldn't detect which because it detects that you have already the same the file with the same name. So that is why for some commands we need somehow manually. If there is some versions, we need to manually put it.
Or just simply remove the versions.
Right? Or yeah. There is still some. This is only the second version of it. It has it will be improved. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
A couple of slides ago, we showed how to move from CMS to Git. Is there a tool that can export your history from CMS to Git? Is preserve this?
Yeah, from for history part, it's just using the Git advantages. I suppose you can fetch the last generation of your files and work on that part, because if you will kept all the history from the CMS, if you can do that, it's nice. And if you can do automatically put all the history from the CMS to Git, it will be nice, but it's up to you.
A new feature that would have to be developed, doesn't it?
I'm
That
sorry.
would have to be a new feature that you'd have to develop. So someone would have to approve the work.
Is there a script somewhere on the internet that Git will do?
Yeah, there are.
Obviously, it converts groups and whatever in a certain way, depends on that. So that's the way you want to see it. For our internal use, I can develop the way it works. It basically parse the entire history, do a CMS show history, and then go through the whole thing, looking at every operation that's occurred. You need to work out in the file because we named it to the point of things like that.
Which I forgot that talk.
Can do.
Thank you all.